Okay, so the other day I told you guys 3 important things that you need before you open a business checking account. Now, let's get into it. I'm going to do a quick recap. 3 things that you need to take to the bank when you are opening a business checking account. You need to take your business license, you need to take your EIN, and you also, in some banks, not all, but some will require you to have an operational agreement, okay? If you need help with that, make sure you check out the description. My link is there. You can contact my team and we'll be able to help you with that. Now that we talked about exactly what you need to take to the bank, before you actually go to the bank with those documents, let's talk about the important things that you need to watch out for and to consider before opening a bank account. Now, here's something that's very important because technology has changed so much. You want to know about ATM access. Like, okay, if it's a bank somewhere, you want to make sure you can use your ATM anywhere. What type of fees is involved? If it's a bank that's not related or whatnot, you need to know what you're dealing with. So ask about the ATM fees and the ATM access, okay? Because some banks or some cards are not used at any ATM. So make sure you ask about the access because you don't want to have money in the bank and you can't access it. Okay. So that was 5 of them. Here's number 6. You want to know about all the other additional fees. Like, is there a fee for, what's your non-sufficient funds fee? What's your overdraft fee? What your wire fees are? Stop payment fees, return item fees. Because, I mean, things happen. You need to know what you're looking at if, in case you do incur a situation where you might get a fee. So ask about those fees. Okay, so now you want to know the included tools that you have on the account or with the account. Such things like invoicing. Can you do invoicing? Can you do payroll, online payments, third-party integrations, online deposited or phone deposit, check depositing, mobile banking, free online tools. You just want to know what it all comes with, right? Anything that'll help you do business efficiently and effectively. All right. So number 8 on the list is interest. Now, a lot of banks don't offer this, but there are some who do for checking accounts. You can see and ask like, hey, do you have any interest-bearing checking accounts? So that way, if you already have some money that you know is going to be sitting up in there, can it make any money for you? So ask that question. So last on the list is, what type of bank are they? Is it a national bank, a regional, or is it just local? And is it a credit union, or is it an online bank, or is it a bank where you can walk into? So you want to make sure it's a bank that benefits you and makes it easy for you to do business. So if you know that you travel a lot, you might want to get a bank that is accessible for you all over, or at least where you're going to be traveling to. Or if you handle a lot of cash and you need to do cash deposits, you need to know exactly how you can make those cash deposits if they don't have an actual standing branch in your local town. So just find out, what it offers. So those are the most important things you need to do before you open your business bank account. So we want to do banking smart. And after all these questions, after you've asked all of these questions with the banker or done your research and then go and ask some more questions, you start to build a relationship. And that's the best type of banking that you always want to have, because then they'll start offering you items or products that they offer that usually the public is not aware of, and it'll benefit you and your banking as far as like getting credit or loans, different things. So you want to build a relationship with whomever is helping you and make sure that they are knowledgeable, because after all, you have a business and you're going to a business to do some business. Okay, so number 1, which is very important, not all banks require a deposit or an opening amount to open an account, but some banks do. You need to be aware of exactly how much they are looking for you to put in minimum amount to open the account, right? So make sure you check out the bank and see what is the deposit or opening account minimum is before you open an account. Okay, so number 2, you always want to ask them what fees are incurred. Is there a minimum balance fee? Some banks require that. So you just want to make sure that you know or you're aware of it so that you can make sure you maintain that balance, or you can look for other options that are free. And if you're looking for the free accounts, make sure you check the comments, or the description below, and I'll put a list of the free banking accounts that you can get for your business that do not have a minimum balance fee. All right. Okay, so number 3, transaction limits. Now, I know a lot of people don't know about this, but it's important. If you plan to run a lot of transactions, make sure you ask that question, because they may charge you for anything over the maximum allotted transactions that they do in a monthly cycle. So they can accommodate you with an account that give you the space to do all the transactions you need so that you can avoid the extra fees. All right, so keep that in mind. Okay, so the next one is cash deposit limit. And I know you're thinking, like, they don't want me to put my money in a bank. I thought that's what they want, right? They do. However, sometimes they have a limit of amount that you can put in a monthly cycle. So you want to make sure there's no fees on your deposit limits. And keep in mind, in case you didn't know, that if you deposit $10,000 at a time in cash, they ring that bell to the IRS. So don't wake up the IRS if you don't want to. Okay, separate those payments. Me coming from the spa industry, I used to get a lot of cash deposits, so I would break my deposits up. All right, so keep that in mind.